So, hallo, liebe Leute. Willkommen zurück zu einer weiteren Folge. Ich bin jetzt erstmal hier wieder voll im Game drin. Muss mal kurz den Sound ein bisschen leiser machen, der hat mich ein bisschen irritiert. Gucken wir mal hier, was hier neu ist. Ja, das brauchen wir nicht. Anschlagzeug habe ich Sportplan Theaters. Okay. Ja, das brauchen wir alles durchschließen. Hauptsache, das wird upgraded. So. Ich würde sagen, bevor wir Story weitermachen, machen wir heute mal erstmal ein bisschen Gacha. Und gucken mal, ob wir heute Glück haben. Ob wir unseren Engel bekommen. 30. Sieht eigentlich ganz gut aus. Aber wie gesagt, 50-50 Chance kann immer noch, könnte immer noch schief gehen. Das sah schon mal nicht so gut aus. Okay. Wie immer kriege ich es wahrscheinlich erst beim letzten Video. So. Aber einen Draw machen wir noch. Einmal ziehen wir noch. Gucken, wie sieht es hier aus. Das ist alles noch fein. Einen machen wir heute noch. Für unseren Engel. Ah! Oh. Die habe ich schon. Aber das wird dann mal ein Upgrade. Naja, ein Upgrade. Ein Upgrade. Darauf kommt es an. Na gut. Dann haben wir aus Caesar bekommen. Leider kein Engel, aber wir haben ja noch ein bisschen. Wir haben ja noch ein bisschen. Updaten wir Caesar gleich mal. Wo ist denn Caesar? Da. So. Die Eintruppen hier sofort Aegis des Ruhms. Ah ja. Gegner von des Rates von des Widerstands. Oh. Gar nicht so schlecht. Gar nicht so schlecht.
Only the brave will win. That's me.
Okay, dann weiter im Text. Wir haben unser Bestes gegeben. Es hat nicht für einen Engel gereicht, aber wir geben nicht auf.
Pardon me. Is something troubling you? You have been circling this phone booth for quite some time now.
Was für eine Telefonzelle? Nie davon gehört. Ich hab noch nie von Telefonzellen gehört.
Huh? But it is behind you.
Sigrid?
Sigrid? Didn't expect to see you here. What's going on?
Greetings, Miss Bell. While on patrol, I came across this Bangbu citizen. He appeared to be in some distress, so I stopped to inquire about his situation.
Ich brauche keine Hilfe von euch Leuten der Luftraumpatrouille. Ich warte nur auf jemanden, mehr nicht. Ich warte auf jemanden.
Waiting for someone? And who might that be?
Das kann ich nicht sagen, aber ich warte auf jemanden. Und dieser jemand wird jetzt 10 Minuten hier sein. Das wird bestimmt so ein Njage.
This Bangbu. Is he the one Griff mentioned that's guarding the phone booth? He's way too nervous. Sigrid's already starting to get suspicious. I've got to think of something before he gives himself away.
Die Person, auf die es gewartet hat, ist...
Sigrid, actually. The person he's waiting for is,
I see. Citizen, the one you await is Mr. Gabu. Is that right?
Herr Gabu?
Mr. Gabu? Who the heck is that?
I do not know. But we must stay here. We must wait for Mr. Gabu. Perhaps today. Perhaps tomorrow. But one day, we shall wait no longer. For Mr. Gabu will finally arrive.
Huh?
Oh, it's a line from the famous play, Awaiting Gabu. Did I get that right, Mr. Actor?
Was? Schauspieler? Wer ich?
Are you not an actor from Spotlight Theater? But the line you just quoted was unmistakably from... Ah, wait. I understand now. In the script of Awaiting Gaboo, there is no phone booth, no spotlight theater, and no actor boo. He must have immersed himself in the role for so long that he is still mentally in character.
Warum?
Yes, I ought not disturb his rehearsal any further. My apologies, Mr. Actor. I misunderstood the situation and rudely interrupted your rehearsal.
Probe. Oh ja, der Boss meinte, dass wir nur durch stetes Proben Mut und Überzeugung aufbauen können, um hervorragende Bangboots zu werden. Wie würdig sind, Frau Mongo zu schützen?
Indeed. Only by holding fast to courage and conviction can we fulfill our duty to protect Rose Califer.
These two? How are they even having a conversation right now? They're not talking about the same thing at all. Whatever. At least Sigrid doesn't seem to suspect anything. If she finds out where Remielle is, explaining everything would be a nightmare. We've come this far already. I'll just play it by ear.
Well then, now that the misunderstanding has been cleared up, I shall not interrupt your rehearsal any further. Farewell, you two. I wish you a pleasant day.
Sigrid nickt euch zu und geht. Habe ich das richtig gehört? Hat Frau Sigrid uns da gerade echt ermutigt? Könnte es sein, dass Frau Sigrid insgeheim der Mja-Gang angehört? Keineswegs absolut unmöglich.
No. Absolutely not. You've got the wrong idea. A very, very wrong idea.
Nach einer ganzen Reihe von Erklärungen gelingt es dir letztendlich, das Bengbu-Foto zu überzeugen, diesen absurden Gedanken aufzugeben. Daraufhin führt es dich in den verborgenen Aufzug innerhalb der Telefonzelle und dann geht es zurück in die Rückstromzone.
Well, it's about time you showed up. Amber Hall isn't that far. What kept you?
Ich bin Sigrid begegnet.
You're acting more and more like a partner in crime now. Covering for your accomplice in front of an airspace patrol officer. Still, I have some understanding of what kind of person Sigrid is. Rigid, earnest, and her intuition is unnervingly sharp. She's certainly difficult to deal with.
Ich werde sagen, ob sie wirklich so schaffen
Fair
ist.
enough. That's the nature of intuition. Sometimes it's right, sometimes it isn't. All right, enough of that. We should head off to the crime scene on the lower level of the retroflux zone.
Oh ja.
The entrance is this way. Griff is already waiting for us.
Ja, ich will erstmal hier drüben nochmal das Item holen. Kann ich das noch holen? Ach nicht? Wie komme ich wieder als Roboter her? Kann ich... Oh. Ah, hier. Das kann ich gerade nicht machen. Oh, doch. Ah, nee, ich kann ihn gerade nicht benutzen, ne? Ich glaube, das geht gerade nicht, okay. Gut, dann muss man das dann anders machen. Wow, so siehst du also wirklich aus, Meister Proxy. So lebhaft, so charmant.
All right, Griff. That's enough flattery. The sky will get dark soon, so we should get moving.
Naja, verehrte Gäste, seht, ich habe bereits die Barrikaden beim Aufzug vorne weggeräumt. Fährt direkt nach unten zum Boden der Rückstromzone. Ihr werdet im Minute ankommen. Aber nachdem ihr den Aufzug genommen habt, müsst ihr noch etwas weiterlaufen, ehe ihr den Ort mit dem Boot erreicht. Okay. Und da ist der Weg ziemlich eindeutig, also solltet ihr keine Probleme haben, ihn zu finden. Gute Reise, verehrte Gäste. Gehen wir. Zusammen mit Remielle nimmst du den Aufzug zum Boden der Rückstromzone.
Here we are. The bottom floor of the retroflux zone. Just like the energy hub I visited before. The lingering ether here isn't normal either. The concentration and activity levels are way off. In other words, there's probably another singularity leakage deeper inside. Come to think of it, Griff mentioned something like that too.
Plötzlich schwimmt eine weiße Feder in dein Blickfeld und streicht verspielt gegen deine Nasenspitze.
Hey, that tickles. Remielle, what are you doing?
Why? To bring a certain someone back from her own little world, of course. Now then, Miss Detective, what new clue have you uncovered? Oh my, are you upset? Then how about this? I'll give you a feather as well, and you can try to get me to sneeze too. Then we'll be even Steven. Deal?
Nein, wir lassen sie da ruhen.
Nope, forget it. I have a feeling you're still hiding something. This isn't the same kind of feather you use to immobilize ethereals, is it?
Oh, do you really think that poorly of me? Still, if you'd rather pass up the opportunity, so be it. Now come on, tell me, what exactly did you discover?
Ja, was du gefunden hast.
The lingering ether in this area, its concentration and activity aren't normal. And it's a lot like the energy hub I've been to. In other words, if we keep going deeper, the odds of running into a singularity leakage are very high. So, as we keep moving deeper, we'll need to avoid singularity leakages as much as possible. Remielle, I need you to follow my directions, okay?
So machen wir das.
I'm pretty dang confident in my proxy skills, so we should be just fine. Remielle? Are you listening? Remielle?
I'm listening. Please, go on.
Bin schon fertig.
I already finished, Miss Absent-Minded Void Hunter.
My apologies. My mind wandered for a moment. It won't happen again. But I did hear everything you said. Really, relax. I'll follow your lead. After all, your faith in the legendary proxy. I'll leave the route planning to you, oh great Faithin.
Mind using a different title, oh great wanted Void Hunter?
I swear, you're always way more demanding of me than anyone else.
Ja.
Careful. Something's off with these mechs. These abandoned mechs. They've probably been affected by a singularity leakage.
Let's give them a moment to cool down. Time to end it. Ready to dance with me? Huh? I know exactly why I chose you to spread my wings. Done. Let's keep moving.
Up we go. The ether activity nearby is acting up. Could it be a singularity leakage? There are way more enemies around here than I expected. Remielle, how's it going on your end?
These enemies are far too strong. I couldn't possibly defeat them.
Abandoned mech beats first generation Void Hunter. Yeah, that'd make a pretty wild headline.
Speaking of which, your combat skills are improving rather slowly, aren't they?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good for someone who's always been the brains of the party. Pyrois, I heard that.
Oh Gott. Moment, warte mal. Ja.
Let's slow down a bit. The area's data still hasn't fully synced. Remy, wait, don't!
Mr. Krabs?
Great. We still ended up in the singularity leakage.
Since we're here, let's finish this quickly.
Wield the blade with me! All right. Let's go, Pyrois.
Imprisonment!
I'll remember. Your fault. Here's the time you still have to feel regret.
All right. The enemies are dealt with. Let's keep moving.
Müssen letztendlich doch ein Singularitätsweg betreten.
And after all that, we still ended up entering the singularity leakage. Remielle, didn't we agree? Follow my directions and avoid singularity leakages whenever possible.
Sorry. That was my bad. It won't happen again.
I'm not like you, Remielle. You were right. When it comes to combat skills, I really haven't improved much. I've mostly just been relying on Pyrois' power. That's why I've been trying to stay away from those dangerous singularity leakages. At the very least, I don't want us getting dragged into a fight where I'd only hold you back.
If you ask me, you're being far too hard on yourself, Miss Proxy. The proxies I've known, well, there haven't been many, but among them, the only ones capable of entering a hollow and fighting in person are you and Joyous. What was it you all ended up calling him again? Ah, right. The predecessor of proxies. I'd love to see the look on his face if he ever heard that title. Look at it this way. You're already enough of a legend to stand shoulder to shoulder with the predecessor of proxies. Does that make you feel a little better?
Danke, Remielle.
Thanks, Remielle. But putting me on the same level as Mr. Joyous? You're giving me way too much credit.
It's not such a stretch. If you ask me, his combat skills may actually be worse than yours. He's your complete opposite. Always convinced he can handle anything. Yet the moment a real fight begins, he's the first one flat on the ground. And you're the sort of person who's already doing well, yet still quietly tells themselves it isn't enough. For a beginner, your combat skills have improved remarkably quickly. I know many of your friends excel in combat, but there's no need to measure yourself against them. Don't forget, you're Proxy. You always have been, and you still are. There are many things only you can do. As for the things you can't do alone, I believe your friends will be right beside you to accomplish them together.
Weil sonst chronisches Tourette-Syndrom.
Remielle, where did all that come from? And no riddles. Did your chronic Riddler syndrome finally clear up?
Oh my, I thought you'd at least thank me first.
Thank you for dragging us into a singularity leakage.
For sharing a bit of old gossip about Joyous, of course. There aren't many people in this world who still remember what happened back then.
Remielle.
Now that you're feeling a little better, it's time we kept moving. The crime scene you're looking for should be just below us. As for finding a way through the singularity leakage, I'll leave that to you, my stubborn Miss Proxy.
Wait, who's being difficult here, Remielle?
Stay close to me. Yes, I wonder, who could it be?
Ding.
I'll leave the fighting to you, Remielle.
Let this era come crashing, as you say, Miss Proxy.
Doesn't it seem like there's more and more enemies around here?
This hardly counts as a warm-up. Feels like we're really starting to get in sync, Miss Proxy. Some trouble.
If I push just a little harder, I can totally keep up with you.
The line shall be drawn by me.
Heroic!
Put that aside. Wind shear.
Finally, it's over. Come on, let's keep moving.
Your stamina is just short of a passing grade, Miss Proxy.
There it is. That's the place from Toby's memory. Whoa. That's a strong ether activity response.
Master, I'm picking up ether activity similar to that of Toby.
So the culprit used this mech to hurt Toby. Remielle, you can't smash it to pieces. It has clues tied to the culprit. Her left in flames!
That's asking a great deal. Fine. Understood. Don't fret. All will soon be calm. That disappoints me.
Now!
Let the wind grow even more.
Akku leer.
Data cross-reference complete. Master, your current location matches Toby's memory record with a 99.73% similarity rate. Site confirmed.
Looks like the culprit's long gone by now. Let's check out that weird mech first and see if we can find any clues.
Then I'll rest nearby for a bit. Data analysis isn't exactly my specialty, so I'll leave that to you and your AI assistant.
Sure, no problem. Leave it to me.
Mit Ferris-Hilfe bringst du rasch die Betriebsprotokolle des Micha und stellst sie wieder her.
Just as I thought. The culprit used this mech to implant potent ether into the bamboo. And there's something else. I'm seeing traces of a virus inside the bamboo. Was the culprit trying to control them remotely and make them commit crimes? Or me?
Best be quick, Miss Proxy. I damaged that mech's ether battery during the fight, so there's no telling when it might explode.
Okay.
Huh? Why didn't you mention that sooner? Wait, what's this? A video? No. It looks like a photo. How is that possible? Why is he here? No, that's not possible. He should have... Serpico? How could Serpico be here?
Oh.
Huh? That image that flashed by just now, what was it? The culprit's face? I feel like I've seen it somewhere before.
Ich weiß nicht.
I'm not sure, but... Ugh, this mech's data is way too corrupted. Fairy, can you recover that image from earlier?
Understood, Master. Locating anomalous image data.
Serpico? No, it can't be him. It's just someone who looks like him. I must be seeing things.
Es musste sowas am Ende bei rumkommen. Wenn schon die andere wieder da war von der Vergangenheit, dass er gar nicht tot ist. Könnte sein.
It's probably because I saw Truvia earlier. That's why Serpico came to mind. I must have mistaken the culprit for him. Yeah, that has to be it.
Ja.
But what if? What if that really is Serpico?
You look pale, Miss Proxy. What happened? If we've gathered enough information, let's head back for now. No need to continue analysis here. The culprit is clearly long gone. Miss Proxy? Belle? Are you listening?
Oh, I'm fine. Just give me a little bit. I want to confirm something.
Alarm! Alarm! In dem Moment ertönt eine Reihe heulender Warnungssirenen aus dem kaputten Mecher.
Belle, stay away from that mech.
So close. Gotta figure this out. Wait! A clue! What did you do?
What did you do? You have a death wish or something? Are you trying to get yourself killed?
Wait. What is this? These are unfamiliar voices. And visions.
They are the ones who once again defeated the enemy and brought new hope to Eridu.
Oh nein.
Belly, this commendation ceremony has far too many steps. My legs are killing me from standing here. And my back itches.
Everyone is watching. Behave.
If you're going to be so proper about it, then stop replying.
Next, please welcome Colonel Vike and Lieutenant Colonel Dan of the Guard of Staves to the stage for their commendation ceremony.
Oh wait, why are you ahead of me, Belly? Shouldn't this be sorted by surname initials? Why are they using given names instead?
Because it's sorted by rank. A colonel comes before a lieutenant colonel. That makes sense, doesn't it?
These are Remielle's memories? But why am I seeing them? If I'm not mistaken, the person beside her is also one of the first-generation Void Hunters. A colonel of the Guard of Staves, Peliora Vike. Huh? And this one is...
That is all I wish to add regarding the experiment. Professor Archie should have already gone over the rest with you.
Relax, Sunbringer. It'll be fine. You and RK have already explained the experiment to us nearly 100 times, each in your own way.
Then can you repeat it back to me, Remielle?
Don't worry, Sunbringer. I've memorized everything for her. I'll be watching over her during the experiment as well. So, there shouldn't be any problems.
What do you mean, shouldn't? Belly, you're supposed to say it'll definitely be fine.
The Karma Core sealed within the Void Hunter weapon. At the moment, most of our research remains entirely theoretical. As for further resonating with it, Professor Archie's experimental plan remains only theoretically feasible. Peliora, Remielle, before the experiment officially begins, you may still back out at any time. No one will hold it against you.
What are you talking about, Sunbringer? Of course someone would hold it against me. If I were to back down out of fear and throw away a chance that might let us conquer the Hollows once and for all, my future self would never forgive me for it.
Sealed within a Void Hunter weapon? A Karma core? What is that? I've never heard of it.
Story.
You've been distracted today. What's on your mind?
Nothing in particular.
Really? Then does that mean you stepped on my feet 3 times in a row on purpose?
Ugh.
Come on, don't be so tense. We don't get to dance together every day. Just try to enjoy it, okay? I know what you're thinking, but look at me. I'm not worried at all. Because I know that in tomorrow's experiment, no matter what happens, you'll be right there with me, as you always have.
Yeah. Just like always.
I'm sorry. I should have noticed sooner. Good night, Ellie.
Unzählige Scherben von Erinnerungen strömen wie eine Flut auf dich zu. Dann wirst du vollständig von Dunkelheit verschluckt. Dunkelheit. Oh, was passiert?
Am I?
You're in someone else's home, sleeping in someone else's bed. Please tell me you don't drool in your sleep.
Remielle? Wait, is this the Enna Gang's hideout?
No?
Correct. It looks like you're still in good shape. That whole ordeal didn't scramble your brain after all. Tell me, what did you see?
Oh. Ich wusste nicht, dass man so beschweren kann.
Now, don't go quiet on me, Miss Proxy. Unless, are you perhaps a little too bashful to speak up? Worried you might be mistaken for a peeping Tom? I'll go first then. I saw you, your brother, and those 2 classmates of yours. What were their names again? Truvia and...
Der Pico.
Serpico.
Oh, right, Sir Pico. So that's what happened between you all. No wonder you were so shaken.
Why? Why were we able to see each other's memories?
That is not a question I can answer for you. After all, I have only experienced it twice myself.
Twice?
Mm-hmm. The previous time was when I retrieved Thaumiel from within you. I was really caught off guard, too. I had no idea what was happening. It felt like a flood of memories that weren't my own poured into my mind all at once. Though it seems you have no recollection of it whatsoever. Maybe you were already on the verge of losing consciousness then, and felt nothing at all. All right. It seems I am the one who'll be mistaken for a voyeur. For the record, I didn't mean to pry. So, can you tell me now? What exactly did you see?
I saw you, Colonel Vike, and Lady Sunbringer. You were talking about something called a karma core, and after that...
Not long after that, Belly died. I killed her with my own hands.
Remielle...
I'm sorry, Belle. I know I was the one who brought this up, but I'd rather not talk about it anymore. It's getting late. You should head back to Amber Hall.
Dann, und du sollst auch deinen Freunden keine Sorgen bereiten. Dann aus der Rückstromzone benötigen noch weitere Analysen und Organisation. Sie haben das nicht vertont. Das hat mich jetzt überrascht, dass ich das doch nochmal vorlesen muss. Remielle führt dich zum Aufzugeingang. Ihr steigt ein und fahrt zurück zur nächstgelegenen Telefonzelle auf der Backford Street. Kurze Zeit später bei Remielle zu Hause.
Does everyone in that covenant of yours have this nasty habit of haunting people like restless ghosts?
I'm simply concerned about your mental state, Remielle.
Then this is the worst possible time to appear. I can at least pretend you don't exist if you just stay away.
Sorry.
If you are truly sorry, then disappear. Now. You knew all along that Faith and I would have that strange resonance, didn't you? I'll take your silence as a yes.
Yes? I knew all along that she would have an anomalous resonance with you. The part of you that's already fused with the Common Core. But I'm sorry. I did not expect the two of you to see fragments of each other's memories because of it.
Fine. Since you are being so sincere, I will forgive you this once. So, why did you show up this time? Surely you didn't come all this way just to apologize.
After your previous encounter with Eldreda, I'm sure you've realized what the three Sunbringers of Rose Califer truly are.
Perhaps. I'm not drawing any conclusions here, but I have a fairly good guess. Sunbringer. She always did have a habit of taking things too far.
What's your plan then?
My plan? Well, how about a short summer vacation here in Rose Califer for now?
Remielle, I hate to remind you again, but time is running out.
Though, to be honest, I don't think you need to be in such a hurry. I know that storm you foresaw better than you ever will. And I also know when it will arrive. And before it's finally here, let me rest a while longer. In this city in the sky. Opportunities like this don't come often, so I just want to take one more good look at the ideal city my old friend poured her life's work into building. And at the final gift she left for this world.
I've never seen Remielle look that sad before. What really happened between Remielle, Colonel Vike, and Lady Sunbringer? Never mind. Now's not the time to get stuck on that. I should head back to Amber Hall and check the data we collected.
Okay.
Belle, you're finally back.
Hä? Was stimmt nicht?
Huh? Wise, what's wrong? Why do you look so tense?
How could I not be? You suddenly lost contact with Fairy down at the bottom of the retroflux zone. If Remielle hadn't used your phone to let me know you were safe, I was about to grab Billy and Cecilia and go looking for you.
Sorry. That was my fault. I should have let you know first. Wait, how did Remielle know my phone password? Did she learn it back then too?
Oh nein, sie hat alles auf meinem Handy gesehen. Remielle!
So, what exactly happened after we lost contact with you?
Du erklärst, was passiert ist, nachdem ihr von der unteren Ebene der Rückstufzone zurückgekehrt seid.
You shared each other's memories. Can our ocular implants actually do something like that?
Ich weiß nicht.
I don't know. Nothing like this has ever happened before. But Remielle said she saw something similar when she pulled Thaumiel out of me. I think Thaumiel and my ocular implants must have had some kind of weird reaction or a resonance.
True. Thaumiel was there both times. But you've spent quite some time with Remielle before, and nothing like this has happened, right?
Richtig. Ja, das ist
Yeah, that's true. I feel like there has to be something else besides the ocular implants and Thaumiel.
How about we go ask Lady Dracena the night after tomorrow? She's overseeing our treatment, so she may know more about this.
Übermorgen Abend.
The night after tomorrow? Why then?
Lady Dracena will be hosting a welcome banquet for the guests at the CCD reception hall. We received invitations as well.
Wow.
Lady Dracena's hosting it herself. Does that mean the CCD's singularity leakage issue has already been resolved?
Most likely. Otherwise, she wouldn't have scheduled it. I heard there's another welcome banquet happening in Virium at the same time. Lady Linvern and the ESD are hosting it for guests who still haven't been cleared to land in Buastrom. When I went out this afternoon, I ran into Valina and Norma. It looked like they were already heading to Virium to make preparations.
Gäste, die noch im Virium festsitzen.
So there are still guests stuck in Virium. Do you think that person who looked like Serpico could really have been...
No, Belle. There's no chance it was him. You know he's already... It's all right. I understand. Seeing Truvia again was bound to stir up old memories. But that's all in the past now. Serpico, Helios Academy. They're gone.
Jeez, Wise. How come you look even more upset than I do? Come on, that's enough doom and gloom for one night. Time for bed. We worked way too hard to fix our sleep schedule. Let's not mess it up again.
You're one to talk. Get some rest. And no playing phone games under the covers. Got it?
Oh nein. Wise geht.
Before bed, maybe I should take another look at the data from the Retroflux zone. If I'm lucky, I might find something that tells me who the culprit really is.
Während du vor dem HDD-System sitzt und grübelst, verlierst du die Zeit aus den Augen. Spät in der Nacht.
Belle, your light's still on. Are you still working? Belle? I told her to go to bed early, and yet... What are these papers scattered here?
Notice, these are drafts Master used to analyze the culprit's intentions. Additional notice, Master has been asleep for approximately 30 minutes. Deep sleep is highly probable. Suggestion: Second Assistant, please refrain from any action that may wake Master.
I know, Fairy. She needs some good rest. I'll handle it from here. That's what the second assistant is for.
Negative. Correction. Second Assistant will complete it under Supreme Assistant's direction.
Supreme Assistant.
All right. I'm counting on you then, Supreme Assistant. Fairy, give me a quick summary of everything we've established so far.
Understood. Displaying all current findings and analysis for Second Assistant. Finding 1. The culprit's victims share no common traits. Their identities are of limited use for further deduction. Finding 2. Whenever the culprit implanted potent ether into each Bangbu victim, he also set a specific activation time and activation location.
So for the culprit, what matters is the time and location, not the victims' identities.
Affirmative. Based on current information, the most meaningful data is the time and location of each singularity leakage.
Fairy, can you pull up Airspace Patrol's recent records? Start from when singularity leakages began appearing frequently. I want to see when and where each occurred.
Understood. Accessing Airspace Patrol's internal network.
Wait, Fairy. Why are you hacking into Airspace Patrol's intranet? How do we even explain this if they catch us? Just stick to the public records.
Too late, Second Assistant. Intrusion and search processes complete. A complete schematic has been generated for Second Assistant, with all singularity leakage times and locations marked.
So these circles mark where each singularity leakage appeared, right? The energy hub, the retroflux zone, the CCD. Looking at the map, they appear to be randomly scattered around Buastrum. Oh, right. I remember now. Even after a singularity leakage disappears, there's still a window where it can be reactivated.
Affirmative. Such events exist in archived records.
Fairy, could you mark the locations of these reactivated singularity leakages as well?
Understood. Corresponding locations have been added to the map for Second Assistant.
The positions changed a lot. No wonder it took so long for Lady Dracena to deal with the CCD's singularity leakage problem. Fairy, what's the significance of these overlapping areas?
Answer. These indicate multiple singularity leakages occurring in close proximity, both in time and location. Analysis. Under these conditions, multiple singularity leakages interact, causing the affected area in real space to expand accordingly.
So what you're saying is, multiple singularity leakages that appear at the same time and place can overlap. Wait, does that mean... Fairy, Can you reorganize this data again? I want to pinpoint when and where these singularity leakages came closest to overlapping.
Understood. Generating new analysis results for Second Assistant.
This is it. This has to be it.
How long was I out for? Fairy, I said wake me up after a bit. Wise? What are you doing here?
That's not important. Fairy and I have figured out the culprit's true intent in creating singularity leakages. Come take a look. This is the location of the singularity leakage the culprit created last week, 3 days after we rescued Toby. All the singularity leakages overlap with one another, and the affected area stretches from the edge of Scommel Hollow all the way to Buastrom's main urban district.
So, the culprit could use this method to move something from Scommel Hollow to Buastrom. Wait, Gertablulu?
Gertablulu!
Yeah, I think so too. The culprit's real objective is likely to move Gertablulu into Buastrom's urban district. When you encountered it, it was clearly attracted to singularity leakages.
Oh, was passiert danach?
But what happens after that? Once Gertablulu is inside Buastrom's urban district, then what? And besides, if it's really inside the singularity leakages in Buastrom right now, why hasn't anyone spotted it yet?
Looks like we'll have to follow the trail of singularity leakages and investigate on site.
Ja, dasselbe habe ich auch gedacht.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Once it's daylight, Billy, Cecilia, and I will head to the energy hub. Maybe we can follow whatever traces are left and find a new lead.
Okay. Indem du Wise eine gute Nacht wünschst, schläfst du ein paar Stunden lang, schon bald bricht deine Erinnerung an.
I don't think I slept very well. Whatever. I should head downstairs and find Billy and the others first.
Ach, wir haben eine Mate. Bonnie. Bonnie.
Belle, there you are. Wise already told us everything.
Now that's our manager. You found a clue on the culprit in no time at all.
Als nächstes untersuchen wir diesen Bereich.
All right, time to investigate the site. We'll start at the energy hub and follow the singularity leakages one by one until we track down either the culprit or Gertablulu.
Right. Fairy and I will stay here and provide remote support. Belle, if you end up running into the culprit or Gertablulu, your safety comes first.
Don't worry, Wise. I'll be extra careful. Promise.
We'll protect the manager too.
Yeah, don't worry, Wise. If anything goes wrong, I'll grab Belle and make a run for it. Oh, sorry, Billy. You're on your own, buddy.
Oh nein, Billy. Du kannst nicht Billy zurücklassen.
No problem. A Starlight Knight always protects their companions until their dying breath.
Wow. Seriously? Come on, don't say stuff like that. It's bad luck. Anyway, it's getting late. Let's go.
Nein, ihr könnt Billy jetzt nicht zerstören. Er wurde erst neu gemacht. Aber Billy. Daraufhin begibt sich mit Billy und Cecilia zum Energiehub. Ich folge dem Pfad der Singularitätslecks tiefer in den Energiehub. Irgendwann erreicht er einen seltsamen Riss. Dies dürfte das Ende des Weges sein. Behutsam betretet ihr, doch was euch am anderen Ende erwartet, seht ihr in der nächsten Folge.
Well, we're here. Stay sharp, and if things go south, just run. Huh? Where are we? Did we end up back in Buastrom?
It looks like an office.
Ich glaube, ich habe diesen Ort schon mal gesehen.
This place feels really familiar. Wait, isn't this Lady Dracina's office? Felina brought me here before.
Huh? Lady Dracina's office? So Gertablulu came all the way here just to walk straight into a trap? But Lady Dracina never mentioned anything like that.
This is so strange. We expected the singularity leakage trail to lead into Buastrom. But why Lady Dracina's office of all places?
Wait! Footsteps outside! Hide! Now!
Oh nein! Billy! Billy, versteck dich! Doch noch ehe ihr euch verstecken könnt, öffnet sich die Tür zum Büro.
You startled me. What are you all doing here? Oh, well, actually, Belle! You explain.
Ja. Erzählt Frau Dracina, was ihr bisher in Erfahrung gebracht habt. Wie ihr vom Energiehub aus hergekommen seid.
I see. A path formed by singularity leakages? I really hadn't considered that possibility before. If your speculation is correct, then Goethe Blulu is most likely hiding among the singularity leakages in Buastrom right next. And if that's the case, then it all makes sense.
Hast du sonst noch Hinweise?
Huh? Lady Dracaena? Do you have any other clues? Well, you see, a few nights ago, a small singularity leakage appeared near my office. Considering that, together with your deductions, the target of both the culprit and Goethe Blulu is most likely... Belle, could I ask these two to step outside for a moment? After all, their identities...
Ja, das ist ein Haustier und Billy ist ein Hausroboter.
Huh? It's okay, Lady Dracaena. We're all friends here. There won't be any trouble. I understand, but this concerns Rose Califer's highest level secrets. The fewer people who know, the better. Especially considering who these two are. A new Eridu public security officer and an unemployed freeloader.
Oh nein! Billy ist kein arbeitsloser Vagabund. Er ist ein Haushaltsroboter.
An unemployed freeloader is a little harsh, Lady Dracaena.
Oh, I get it. It's the kind of top secret stuff where knowing too much means trouble, right? Maybe even getting silenced permanently.
Yeah, more or less. It's a bit complicated, so Belle and I will need some time to talk. Cecilia and Billy, you can return to Amber Hall and rest. Once we're done, someone will escort Belle back to you.
Right away, no problem, Lady Dracaena. Me and this robot vacuum will disappear right now. We already stopped listening.
Bisher läuft mit Billy im Schlepptau eilig davon. Irgendwas fühlt sich nicht richtig an.
Something feels off somehow. Why am I being treated differently from Cecilia and Billy? Is it something about my identity? Why would Lady Dracaena send them away like that? Should I call Billy and Cecilia back here? What is it, Belle? Something on your mind? It's nothing, Lady Dracaena. Come here, Belle. I'll tell you what happened that night. That night, I had just returned to my office when I sensed an unusually strong ether presence in the air. The source seems to be somewhere around here. Now that you mention it, yeah, I can still feel a faint trace of ether in this room. Aside from the residual ether, these documents were scattered across the floor at the time. Lady Dracaena, do these documents have something to do with what happened? Compare them with what you have found. Once you read them, you will understand. CCD facility renovation plans, personnel transfer records, Rosetta data, daily reports. These don't really have anything in common, do they? What's going on? My eyes just... Huh? Wait, that ethereal broke in here days ago. So why is there still ether residue? And the ether isn't coming from in front of me. It feels more like behind me. I knew it! You're not Lady Dracaena! What the heck are you?
Lady Dracaena.
Kann man sie trotzdem noch als Gatscha ziehen?
I'm Truvia from High Ambitions Corp. I'm here for our appointment.
Truvia, run!
Huh?
Truvia! No! 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 No!
Move, now!
In der CTA tönt wieder und wieder ein unbetonter Alarm.
Lady Dracaena, are you unharmed? We received word that something inside the CCD... Is that... Miss Truvia? How did this...
Sigrid? Oh, thank goodness, just in time. Hurry, help me stop the bleeding.
Yes, Lady Dracaena.
This is my fault. I shouldn't have left her here alone with Belle.
Belle? Lady Dracaena, forgive my boldness, but do you mean... Miss Belle gravely
Yes, that's what happened. What I mean is, I never realized there was such a deep animosity between Belle and... But But I believe Belle must have acted on impulse. She would never do this otherwise. In any case, our first priority is to find Belle and get to the bottom of this. She just fled. Lindvern isn't here, so can I count on you to handle this, Sigrid? Sigrid, is something troubling you?
Ah, my apologies, Lady Dracena. I will find Belle at once and bring her back to you.
Good. I'll leave that to you, Sigrid. And about tonight? Keep it quiet for now. We don't want our guests who've just arrived to feel any unnecessary panic.
Yes, Lady Dracena.
Go, Sigrid. Go fulfill your duty. Find her, arrest her, and then bring her back to me.
Zur selben Zeit irgendwo in der Himmelsstadt.
Hey, Rois! Why? Why did you pull me back? Truvia, she was right there! Why wouldn't you let me save her?
Because she's beyond saving.
Huh?
Her wounds were clearly fatal. There was no way to save her. And that thing that appeared like Sunbringer, we cannot face it on our own.
But aren't you powerful, Pyrois? You're supposed to be powerful, Pyrois! So why? Why didn't you use that power to save her?
Are you sure? Do you really want to see the rest of Rose Califer buried alongside your old classmate? Acting on impulse won't save her, and it won't help you either. Take some time to clear your head in the rain before that thing finds you. And then go do what only you can do. What you have to do.
Something only I can do. But right now, I can't do anything.
You sure look like a mess. It's only been one day. How did you end up like this?
Remielle? Why are you here?
The airspace patrol alarms have been going off non-stop. So I had to check, didn't I? They could be looking for their fugitive. So, how did you manage to end up in such a mess? All right. If you don't want to talk, fine. But don't stand out here in the rain, okay? You'll catch a cold. And if you don't want to go home... Oh, right. Amber Hall's already surrounded by the airspace patrol. Going back now would be walking straight into a trap. In that case, why not come to my place for a while? At least I can give you somewhere to sleep. If you don't answer, then I'll take your silence as a yes.
Noch immer benommen lässt du dich von Remielle zu ihrer Unterkunft und Versteck der Mja-Gang bringen. Ja.
All right. Sit anywhere you like. Just, not the bed. Wet bedding is such a pain to deal with.
Okay, ich setz mich aufs Bett.
Here's a towel. You should dry yourself off. If you've got the strength, you can take a hot shower, too. There's a makeshift bathroom over there. The Bang-Boo built it for me. Okay, fine. If you don't want to move, I'll dry you off myself.
Why? Why did you bring me here?
Hey, shouldn't you thank me first, Miss Soaked to the Bone?
Thanks, Remielle.
Since when did you become so obedient? That isn't like you at all. If you really want to show your thanks. Here, it's your turn.
Während sie noch redet, überreicht Remielle dir ein weiteres sauberes Handtuch. Ich bin was dran?
My turn?
Your turn to dry my wings for me, of course. There are spots I can't reach on my own. Hey, what's with that look? I've already dried you off. Now it's your turn to return the favor.
Okay.
Okay.
War klar. Okay. Du tauschst mit Remielle Plätze und setzt dich hinter sie. So fühlen sich also Flüge an.
You know, Belle, I've never liked rainy days. The rain always leaves my wings soaked and heavy. Shake as I might, I can never quite dry them. The same goes for taking a shower, though at least I can manage to keep my wings from getting too wet.
Wet wings must feel really uncomfortable, right?
Yes, honestly, it's miserable and such a hassle to manage. A hairdryer is useless, too hot and I start shedding, too cold and I catch a chill. But I can't just wait for them to air dry. It takes forever, and I'm way too impatient for that. Besides, it leaves this strange smell that I can never wash out. So, the best solution is a slow towel dry like this. But with wings this large, there are always spots I can't reach. Before, if I got caught in the rain, I'd sneak onto Belly's bed and roll around, drying my wings on her sheets.
Huh? Wait, hold up. How on earth could you just barge into someone else's bed? Wouldn't she be furious?
It was fine as long as I didn't get caught. Though, of course, whenever Belly did notice me, she was absolutely furious. And no matter how angry she was, in the end, she'd always do just what you're doing now. Slowly drying the spots that were still damp. Belle, do you know what New Eridu's records say about what became of Belly and me?
I remember something about an operation called the Day of Silence. You and Colonel Vike were involved in an accident, and then both died in the line of duty.
Yes, died in the line of duty. Such a noble, dignified phrase. Though, in a sense, it isn't entirely wrong. After all, for us Void Hunters, our first and only duty was to suppress the Karma Core inside our weapons.
The Karma Core? Inside the Void Hunter's weapons?
That's right. Remember the Enchainer I mentioned before? What truly sets them apart from ordinary ethereals is a special core known as a Karma Core, found only within an Enchainer. According to RK, a Karma Core differs from an ordinary Ether Core. It doesn't form naturally. It is something made directly by the Creator. The Creator made the Karma Cores, a power capable of rewriting the laws within Hollows, and used them as the cores to create the Enchainers of the Great Hollows. That's the gist of it, at least. Back then, after a long and bitter struggle, we finally were able to bring down one of the Enchainers. But the Karma Core itself could not be destroyed. RK and Sunbringer, they wanted to eliminate the threat posed by the Karma Core once and for all, while allowing humanity to harness the power within it. In the end, they found a way to seal the Karma Core within Porceloy. And from that, they forged the Void Hunter weapons.
So, the power inside Void Hunter weapons actually comes from the Creator?
Yes, which is exactly why there are so many side effects. At the time, we were naive enough to believe that if we could truly master that power, humanity might finally overcome the Hollows once and for all. So, when RK and Sunbringer proposed the plan, we never doubted it for a moment.
Lady Sunbringer and Professor RK's plan?
Yes. Project Sunseeker. I'll never forget that accursed name for as long as I live. Simply put, it was an experiment that used vast quantities of Porceloy as a medium to partially fuse us Void Hunters with the Karma Core sealed within our weapons.
They fused you with a karma core? Then that means...
It meant we'd become artificial enchainers. No more enduring the costs of wielding Void Hunter weapons, and perhaps even achieving a stronger form to defend New Eridu. Looking back, I can hardly believe I fell for RK's lies so easily.
So, it was in that experiment when you and Colonel Vike...
Yes. Belly and I were the final participants. Or rather, the final test subjects. Looking back, I wonder if Belly already knew the truth behind RK and Sunbringer's plan. Otherwise, she probably wouldn't have insisted on coming along. She's never been one to enjoy the spotlight. If only I'd realized what she was thinking sooner.
Remielle...
RK was extremely meticulous, always laying out careful, detailed plans. So, I can't say if the Karma Core losing control during the experiment was truly an accident, or if it was his cleverly disguised plan all along. But whatever the truth, it ended with the Karma Core spiraling out of control and Belly becoming a new enchainer. As for me, I partially fused with the Karma Core inside Thaumiel, becoming what I am now. A monster. Half human, half enchainer. Maybe, deep down, I'm just not ready to give up my life so easily. In the final moment, Thaumiel's power of controlling temporal patterns froze me in a state of near suspended animation. I didn't fully awaken from the seal in Persena's Hollow until about a year ago.
The power of temporal patterns?
Right. Remember my feathers? The ones that continue in place? That's an example. The Karma Core sealed within Thaumiel holds the power to halt the flow of time. And because I partially fused with the Karma Core, even without Thaumiel, I can replicate a similar effect on a smaller scale. But that little bit of power isn't nearly enough to take on those 3 Sunbringers. That's why I had to reclaim Thaumiel. Even if it accelerates my path to becoming an enchainer, I still have to...
Remielle verstummt einen Moment lang. Sie steht noch mit dem Rücken zu dir gedreht, doch irgendwie kannst du dir die Traurigkeit und Einsamkeit vorstellen, die gerade ihr Gesicht zeichnet. Ähnlich wie dein Gesichtsausdruck in diesem Moment.
Never mind. Enough about me. Why am I even telling you all of this? Still, now that I've told you so much...
Plötzlich fegt ein weites Flügel vor dich. Remielle dreht sich zu dir um, auf ihrem Gesicht ist dasselbe leicht mysteriöse Lächeln zu sehen wie sonst auch.
It's your turn.
Ich bin wieder am Zug.
Huh? My turn again? Wait, to do what?
To tell me your story, of course. Let's call it another round of our little Q&A game. You didn't actually ask, but I had a feeling you'd want to know. So I went ahead and answered anyway. Now, it's your turn.
Du hast einfach angefangen zu erzählen.
I wasn't even going to ask anything. You just started talking.
Fair enough. But once you say certain things out loud, they don't weigh on you quite as much anymore. Perhaps you'd like a little help getting started? Let me think.
Einen Tag bei der Helios Akademie zurückdrehen.
Serpico and Truvia. They transferred to Helios not long after Wise and I started there. They came from a prominent background. They were the adopted children of Masyant, the head of High Ambitions Corp. On top of that, they were excellent students. It didn't take long for them to become the talk of the academy. We were all studying under Miss Carroll at the time, and before long, we became close friends. Back then, we were full of big dreams. We wanted to fully understand the Hollows, maybe even conquer all 6 Great Hollows. Or as our teachers like to put it, sees the sun called Helios. Later, because the 4 of us had the top grades, we became the only 4 people ever to have smart ocular implants. Then, during a performance test for the implants, I lost control. Sir Pico, he died because of me. When I finally woke up in the hospital, I learned that Truvia had been taken away by people from High Ambitions the day after the incident. The next time I saw her was during the fall of the old Kapitel. She was with one of High Ambition's rescue teams. To be honest, I never imagined we'd meet again like that. Wise and I were both badly injured at the time, but we still wanted to go back to the ruins of Helios, and save as many people as we could. We begged Truvia for High Ambition's help. We were willing to guide them through the hollows, willing to do whatever they asked of us, but she refused, without a moment's hesitation. What happened after that is kind of a blur. But on that day, no one made it out of Helios alive, except Wise and me. Then, in Rose Califer, I saw Truvia again. We talked about the past, but the way she spoke about it felt like she was talking about someone else's life. I don't know how to face her. And ever since then, no matter what I do, I can't shake the feeling that I'm being watched. That gaze. I don't know whether it was Truvia's, or Sir Pico's, or...
Perhaps it was your own. The you from the past. The one who kept thinking, if only I'd done something sooner. The one who never managed to forgive themselves. Making peace with the past isn't easy. And sometimes, you don't get the chance at all.
Yeah, there won't be another chance. Truvia, she was killed by Dracena. By that thing pretending to be Dracena?
Something pretending to be Dracena? Belle, what exactly happened before I found you? Will you tell me?
Erzähl mir alles, was sie jetzt abgespielt hat.
I see. So that means Dracena, the youngest of the Sunbringers, had already... No. Judging from the timeline and the outcome, perhaps not yet.
Ich spreche draußen hervor. Auf die einigen Schritte des Eisberg Boost und panische Rufen halten durch die Gegend.
Huh? What's going on out there?
I'm not sure. Let's go find out.
Geh zurück, hier ist nichts. Ne?
Forgive me, but I cannot obey.
Is that Sigrid?
Genialer. Ich bin ganz toll für das nächste Lob. Ich kann ihn immer noch nicht rufen. Das ist Frechheit. Ja, muss ich warten. Oh, Sigrid, bitte komm nicht näher, hier ist nichts.
I am afraid I cannot comply. I know Miss Belle is here, and I have come to take her back. Please do not stand in the way of my duty.
Sigrid. She won't be easy to fool. Belle, hide for now. I'll think of something. Belle?
Sigrid, ich bin hier.
Sigrid, leave them out of this. I'm right here.
Thank you for your understanding and cooperation, Miss Belle.
But... I'm sorry. I can't go back with you.
Well, since Belle has already stepped out into the open, I suppose there's little point in my remaining hidden. This would be our first proper face-to-face meeting, would it not? Deputy Director of Airspace Patrol.
Remielle. Now that is an unexpected development. Miss Bell, Lady Dracaena has ordered a search for you. But our only aim is to uncover the truth of what happened inside the CCD. So please, come back with me. As for this fugitive wanted for the attempted assassination of Lady Eldrada...
Just so we're clear, if you decide to make a move here, you'll be the only one who dies.
How can you be so sure before you actually try?
I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I am a fugitive after all. Hardly a saint to begin with. But are you really willing to die like this? As a puppet controlled by that monster without ever learning the truth?
Then speak plainly. I have no patience for riddles.
Very well. You really do take all the fun out of it, don't you? Then I'll tell you outright. The Sunbringer inside the CCD was Gerta Blulu in disguise.
What did you say?
Huh? I expected that reaction from Sigrid, but you too, Belle? I thought you'd figured it out already.
Wie kommst du denn darauf?
How did you even come to that conclusion? I know it definitely wasn't Lady Dracaena, but Gerta Blulu? There's no way.
That is quite a story you've come up with, Remielle.
Oh? I was expecting something more along the lines of, "How dare you slander Lady Dracaena?" followed by you charging straight at me with your spear. I was quite prepared for that. Or could it be you've suspected all along that the Sunbringer at the CCD might not be the real one?
What makes you so certain that it was Gerta Blulu?
Intuition, perhaps? Of course, there was also my trust in Belle, and a little reasoning. According to Belle's account, they followed the trail of singularity leakage through the energy hub, yet somehow ended up in Dracena's office. Then the false Dracaena showed up, sent Billy and Cecilia away, began mutating into an ethereal, and attempted to silence Belle for good. That's when Truvia arrived. She saw through the imposter's disguise too, and became her first target. After that, Sigrid, Dracaena ordered you to bring Belle back to the CCD and uncover the truth. Have I got that right?
Ja.
Yeah. Sigrid, I know it's hard to believe, but that's what I saw with my own eyes.
I did receive orders from Lady Dracaena. But what does that prove?
Let's put it this way, Sigrid. Before you arrived, based solely on Belle's description, I assumed Lady Dracena's karma core had gone out of control and turned her into an enchainer. But from what we've seen before, if that were the case, there is no way she could have retained her human consciousness, much less continued issuing orders to you. With that possibility ruled out, and considering Belle's discovery of the singularity leakages, along with the recent appearance of multiple enchainer larvae, it is entirely possible that either Gerta Blulu or Bashmu entered the CCD through the singularity leakage, and, through the karma core, became partially fused with Dracaena.
How could that even be possible?
It seems you have at least a basic understanding of enchainers and karma cores. Good. That saves me a fair bit of explanation. I can't say how Sunbringer managed it, but the most likely explanation is that she divided her karma core into 3 parts and entrusted them to the 3 ladies we see today. That would also explain why Gerta Blulu and Bashmu appeared at roughly the same time. Then again, there may be a 3rd enchainer larva out there that we simply haven't discovered yet. As for why I don't think it was Bashmu, well, that's the easy part. Bashmu is enormous. Had it appeared in Buastrum, it couldn't possibly have gone unnoticed. So, either it was Gerta Blulu, or a 3rd enchainer larva we haven't discovered yet. It attacked Lady Dracaena, and it succeeded. Just not completely. Otherwise, there would have been no reason to keep impersonating her. If I had to compare it to something, it would be like, two people fighting over the same controller. Dracina's consciousness and Gertablulu's consciousness coexist in the same body, competing for control of both the body and the Karma Core. Judging by the current situation, it seems Gertablulu has the upper hand.
That is still nothing more than speculation. And if Miss Bell deceived you, then none of your conclusions would hold.
It's true. I have no way of proving that I wasn't lying.
It's all right, Belle. I believe you. And I believe everything you've told me. Remember the rules of our little Q&A game. You don't have to tell the whole truth, but no one is allowed to lie. And besides, Sigrid, you've heard us out this much already. I'd say that means there's still room for us to talk.
What is it you want to talk about?
Why, how to get that poor little Sunbringer out of her current predicament, of course. So, interested? There's too many eyes out here. We should speak inside.
Okay.
The Retroflux Zone. I never would have thought you would be hiding here. I never expected the Airspace Patrol surveillance network to have such a glaring blind spot.
Would you call it that? Before all this, I wouldn't have believed anyone would willingly live in the sewers with a whole colony of Bangbu either.
I was pretty shocked when I first got here too.
All right, let's save the small talk for later.
Oh nein, wir brauchen
Let's
Smalltalk.
discuss how we're going to deal with Gertablulu. Or rather, what to do about Dracina. First of all, the enemy has already taken control of the CCD. That effectively gives it access to Roskalifer's communications network as well. In other words, we can't communicate with anyone through electronic means right now. If we do, it'll notice us almost immediately.
Lady Dracina did give orders to keep a close watch on any unusual communication signals within the island.
See? The enemy is already starting to show the cloven hoof. No offense to horse tyrants, of course.
Go on.
Dealing with it wouldn't actually be difficult. The real problem is how to do it quietly. Even I can't be sure I could bring it down in a single strike. None of us knows how deeply it has fused with the Karma Core. If we act rashly, worst case, everyone in Roskalifer ends up witnessing Lady Dracina turn into an ethereal. And by then, even if we manage to save Dracina, to Roskalifer, all we've really done is save a monster that could turn into an ethereal at any—
I never thought you cared about Roskalifer's order and stability.
Why wouldn't I? This is the utopia my friend built with her own hands.
Um den Hochstab unter Kontrolle zu halten und sicherstellen, dass niemand es sonst rausfindet.
Remielle's right. We need a way to keep the imposter contained without drawing any attention. Sneaking back into the CCD again probably won't work. Even if Sigrid helped us and cleared out all the guards, the imposter would catch on the moment she did anything out of the ordinary. Unless we could somehow lure the imposter out of the CCD and into somewhere isolated. Somewhere no one would notice. Wait.
Ich hab's.
Remielle, Sigrid, I've got it! A way to deal with that imposter without anyone ever finding out.
Oh?
Please, go on.
Tomorrow evening, the CCD will be holding a welcoming banquet for the island's guests and its reception. It's supposed to be hosted by Lady Dracina herself, which means she's definitely going to be there.
That does sound promising. We could go in as guests instead of forcing our way into the CCD. That would save us a great deal of trouble.
But, Miss Bell, with so many guests around, how do you plan to stay unnoticed?
Was, wenn ein Singularitätsleck zufällig während des Pakets erscheint?
What if a singularity leakage appeared just as the imposter made its appearance? Or maybe a passage formed from multiple singularity leakages? If that's how it got into Buastrum, then we could use the same trick to send it back. And if there just happened to be no airspace patrol soldiers patrolling the hollow at the time, then nobody would notice, right?
I am starting to lose track of what you mean, Miss Bell. How are you going to make a singularity leakage appear in the CCD reception hall at—
Yesterday, Remielle and I found the culprit's crime scene at the bottom of the retroflux zone. We also figured out how those singularity leakages are being created. I think I can make something similar. If we keep it under control, nobody at the banquet will be in any danger.
Fighting fire with fire, are we?
Yeah, as long as we have stable hollow observation data to run the calculations. Oh, wait, no. I don't have the HDD with me, and I can't reach Wise or Fairy either. So how—
Uh-oh. That look on your face tells me something's wrong, Belle.
If you are concerned about obtaining stable hollow observation data, while I am not an expert in that field, I should still be able to offer some assistance. There is a derelict area known as Rosewick within the Scommel Hollow. During patrols, we discovered equipment there that is similar to what the CCD uses to process Rosetta data. However, due to their excessive size, they were left abandoned on site and never retrieved.
If that equipment still works, then that might just do it. But without Databoo handling the calculations, it'd probably take forever to— The Enogang's Bangboo! Most of the Enogang's Bangboo used to be CCD Databoo. If they're willing to help us.
Don't you remember, Belle? In their eyes, those 3 Sunbringers are all imposters. Anyway, leave this to me. At the very least, Prophet Boo should be willing to do me this favor. That leaves one final question. How are we supposed to get into Scommel Hollow without tipping off the imposter?
Was gleich drehen du und Remielle euch zu Sigrid.
Why are you both suddenly looking at me like that?
Oh, nothing. I simply thought a certain airspace patrol deputy director might be able to get us into Scommel Hollow.
At first light tomorrow, I will return here and find a way to get you to Rosewick. I can also pretend I never saw you tonight. That is all the assistance I can offer. And if I discover that everything you have told me is false, I will personally answer for tonight's decision, whatever the cost.
Sigrid dreht sich zu gehen, doch hält inne, ehe sie die Tür erreicht.
Before I leave, there is one final matter I would like to confirm with you, Remielle. You once attempted to assassinate Lady Eldrada. Why, then, are you going to such lengths to save Lady Dracena?
Because none of them are the Sunbringer I'm looking for. To me, they're no different from this city in the sky. They're all gifts Sunbringer left behind for the world. I simply don't want to stand by and watch the things my friend cherished be destroyed by monsters from who knows where.
Sigrid sagt nichts mehr und geht. Danach verbringst du und Remielle einige Zeit damit, Prophet Bu alles zu erklären. Es dringt eine Weile mit sich, doch stimmt eure Bitte letztendlich zu. Es wird spät, ruh dich besser aus, solange du noch kannst. Alles hängt am morgigen Tag ab. Okay. Für einen besseren Morgen. Nach einer Krise wie der heutigen Nacht dachte ich, dass du nicht so leicht einschlafen würdest. Geht es dir gut, liebe gesuchte Verbrecherkollegin? Nicht schlecht, und dir? Mir? Nun, ich bin diese Situation eindeutig bereits gewöhnt, also geht es mir natürlich gut. Ich rede von deinem körperlichen Zustand. Hehe, machst du dir Sorgen um mich, weil ich meine Knechterverhandlung erwähnt habe? Entspann dich, ich bin stärker als ich aussehe. Ich kann spüren, wie ich mich selbst verliere und unwiderruflich im Abgrund des Daseins als Knechter gleite. Aber ich werde mich nicht so bei den Monster verwandeln. Sei passiert, dass ich nicht durchdrehen und dich angreifen werde, während wir zusammenarbeiten. Wenn du Tam jetzt Macht anwendest, verschlechtert sich das, dann... Nun, es wäre gelogen, wenn ich das abstreite. Je mehr ich Taumel verwende, desto stärker wird die Korrosion durch den Creator. Doch ich brauche diese Macht, also gibt es keinen Grund, mich zurückzuhalten. Keine Sorge, Frau Schwarzserum. Meine Gefährtin hat mir speziell hergestellte Munition bereitgestellt. Falls meine Korrosion zu krass wird, verstecke ich mich in diesem kleinen Zimmer. Ich nehme die Medizin ein und warte, bis es nachlässt. So wie vor einer Woche. Kommt hier nur dein Scharfsinn ins Spiel oder hegst du Groll? Aber Unrecht hast du nicht. Vor einer Woche hat mich das ganze pausenlose Kämpfen echt fertig gemacht. Ich konnte die Korrosion kaum unter Kontrolle halten. Korrosion breitet sich auf meiner Haut aus und vertrau mir. Das willst du nicht sehen. Ehrlich gesagt will ich nicht, dass mich irgendjemand so sieht. Monströs und hässlich. Ich würde lieber sterben. Also tut mir leid, dass ich weggerannt bin. Es hat eine Woche gedauert, aber ich konnte die Symptome endlich wieder in den Griff bekommen. Remi. Ich habe das Gefühl, wir sind total vom Thema gekommen. Vielleicht färbt deine düstere Stimmung auf mich ab, Frau Grieskram. Jedenfalls geht es mir für den Moment gut. Solltest dich etwas ausruhen und besser um dich selbst kümmern. Wir zählen morgen auf dich. Wenn du wirklich nicht schlafen kannst, kann ich dir mein Bett überlassen. Sprich vor dem Schlafen gehen nochmal mit drin. Was, kannst du etwa nicht schlafen? Soll ich dir das Bett überlassen? Das ist super okay. Du hast zuvor wie ein Baby raufgeschlafen. Also um mich was. Nein, vergiss es, bei dem Regen und dem ganzen Schwitzen heute müffelt das Bett wahrscheinlich. Geh nach Hause und schlaf dort ein bisschen. Wenn du dein Bett wirklich ausprobieren willst, heb es dir am besten das nächste Mal auf. Okay. So, kann ich jetzt endlich hier mal den Baum, kann ich den immer noch nicht benutzen. Okay, ja. Kann ich den Roboter kurz ausleihen? Natürlich. Mann, ich kann nicht das Schlüssel. Ja, was ist denn das eigentlich fallen lassen? Ah, von hier aus kann ich ihn nicht. Ach, ich komme trotzdem nicht durch. Oh nein! Die wollen nicht, dass ich den jetzt benutze. Das ist ja nicht ernst. Ja gut, dann muss ich halt... Ja gut. Ich hab's versucht. Leute. Dann muss ich warten, bis ich so
Feels
durch
like way too much happened today. My brain can barely keep up. There's no way I'm making it back to Amber Hall. I guess I'll just have to stay here for the night. I hope Wise and the others won't worry. No, they definitely will.
Das ist eine sehr bequeme, harte Holzcouch, muss ich sagen. Waffenzeit. Schon bald ummannt dich die Erschöpfung und du schläfst ein. Die ganze Nacht lang wälzt du dich hin und her, verfolgt von einem Wirbel unruhiger Träume, bis Sigrids Stimme deine Nachtruhe unterbricht.
Sigrids, you're so early. I'd better go take a look.
Wo bin ich? Ist so früh am Morgen.
Good morning. I have secured a carrot for the Rosewick area. As promised, I will escort you there.
How do you intend to get us there? Surely not under the pretense of transporting newly captured fugitives.
Of course not. I brought this.
Sie hat sich definitiv überlegt.
That pause was too suspicious. She must have actually considered taking us there as prisoners.
So, what's inside?
Costumes and props. They should allow you to accompany me openly into Scommel Hollow.
I see. Airspace patrol uniforms. Not a bad idea.
Typisch du, Sigrid.
Right. If we're disguised as airspace patrol soldiers accompanying you in the Hollow, this could work. Thanks, Sigrid.
Yes. That is the plan.
Definitiv habe ich das geplant.
In any case, please hurry and change. Time is short. We must...
Okay. Nicht lange danach kommt ihr am Hafenaußenposten nahe Bustrum an. Bustrum.
Hey, look! What's that?
Wait a second. There are two Mr. Roars?
Is something the matter? Why have you fallen silent? Is the size incorrect?
It's, not just the size. Though the size is certainly part of the problem. Sigrid, are you serious? You expect this to fool the airspace patrol soldiers?
Yes. I believe it should serve well enough.
No. No. There's no serving here. The deputy director of the airspace patrol traveling with Mr. Roar. 2 Mr. Roars, no less. Is there anything in Roskalifer more suspicious than that?
Die Entscheidung basiert sich auf einem guten Grund.
Easy, Remielle,
I'm sure Sigrid has her reasons for this.
In truth, it was already rather late by the time I returned yesterday, and I had no time to prepare.
Echt mal, ja. Ich habe das Beste genommen, was ich gefunden
As luck would have it, one of our squad members found a Mr. Roar mascot suit near Beckford Street during yesterday's routine patrol, so I brought it with me.
habe. Könnte es von vorgestern stammen?
Beckford Street? Remielle, is this the one you left there the day before yesterday?
Oh? So you are fond of Mr. Roar too, Remielle?
I am not. How did you even arrive at that conclusion? Wait. There are 2 mascot suits here. Don't tell me.
The other one is mine. In any case, once we enter the outpost, I ask that you both cooperate and play your parts as Mr. Roar properly. Do not do anything that would reveal your identities.
Wir sind Roar Zwillinge, Brüll.
Okay, Deputy Director Sigrid. From now on, we're the Roar Twins. Rawr!
You seem rather pleased with yourself.
Stay in character, Remielle. Every sentence Mr. Roar says must end with "rawr."
Understood, Deputy Director Sigrid. Roar!
Very well. Since you are both prepared, let us move out.
Let's move out.
I never thought I'd be putting this outfit on a second time.
Come on, you looked like you were having fun last time.
You two, do not forget to add "rawr" to the end of your sentences.
Good morning, Lady Sigrid! Up and about early as always, huh? They are?
Mr. Roar.
I know it's Mr. Roar, but, why plural?
Obviously, Mr. Roar has a twin.
Huh. Since when did that become part of his backstory? I've never heard of that before.
Did you really think Rose Califer's massive pancake demand could be handled by a single Mr. Roar?
Das ist ein gutes Argument.
Mr. Roars, please tell my subordinate the truth.
Ich bin der Hero bei Schichten an ungeraden Tagen.
I'm the Mr. Roar who works on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Rawr! I'm the Mr. Roar for the Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday shifts. Rawr!
That signature catchphrase. Yeah, that's definitely Mr. Roar. Wait, no, that's not the point here. Lady Sigrid, why have you brought Mr. Roars out here?
For pancakes?
Huh. Pancakes.
Ja, das
Is
ist die
that some
Missionsname.
kind of mission code name?
Oh nein, er verdächtigt uns.
Oh no, he's definitely suspicious. And why pancakes? Who would bring Mr. Roar into the Hollow just for pancakes?
I can't believe I
Wenn ich-
actually went along with
so
this
vergleichbar
absurd
ist,
disguise plan.
Ja, das ist gut.
I get it now, Lady Sigrid!
Huh?
The pancake ingredients were lost in the hollow, weren't they? That's why you rushed 2 Mr. Roars in to help search for them. I understand completely! Rose Califer needs pancakes just as much as Airspace Patrol needs you and Lady Linvern!
Ist das eine Verarsche für Polizisten, die gerne Donuts essen oder was? Nur, dass hier Pfannkuchen sind?
What is this guy even talking about? How did he get from pancakes to that?
Affirmative. That...
No. That is definitely not what you meant. That pause was way too obvious.
Oh, I understand everything now! Lady Sigrid, please, wait a moment. I'll let you and the 2 Mr. Roars through right away.
I don't want to think about how any of this makes sense anymore.
Raw.
Rar!
Raw. Ich mache mir eher Sorgen um die Sicherheit von dem Ort, wenn solche Polizisten da sind.
Same here. My head hurts so much it feels like my brain is trying to grow back. Rawr.
The route is ready. We may depart whenever you are prepared.
Frau Sigrids, alles bereit. Wir können dich und die zwei Herren Rohr durchlassen, wann immer du den Befehl erteilst. Los geht's! Raw! Zusammen betretet ihr drei die Skama-Höhle. Nach einer langen Reise erreicht ihr letztlich euren Zielort, Roswik.
All right. From here on, there is no need to worry about being spotted by my subordinates. There are no scheduled patrols in Roswik today. What are you two doing?
Finally got this headpiece off. Oh, I was about to suffocate in there.
See? I told you. This costume is way too tight and stuffy. Getting stuck in it the other day was definitely not my fault.
Ooh.
It's not very polite to stare, Miss Deputy Director. Or is there something on my face?
No, nothing like that. I merely thought you seemed somewhat more lively than I had expected. You are quite different from the Remielle described in the records of the first-generation Void Hunters.
Let me guess. In those records, we all come across as rather stern and proper, don't we? Well, I suppose that can't be helped. We were Void Hunters, after all. We had to look the part, especially the sort of Void Hunter people expected to see. The head of the Hoshimi family gets lost at the drop of a hat. Sunbringer is a bit socially awkward. And Joyous spends every other day nursing a hangover. You wouldn't expect any of that to make it into the official records, would you?
Okay. Also, Hoshimis Mutter war sozusagen Zorro. Die hat sich überall immer verlaufen. Und Joyous war ein Säufer, der jeden Tag nur gesoffen hat.
Indeed.
Guter Proxy. Besoffener Führer ist immer gut.
But that was who they really were. Nothing like the people described in those records.
Was mit dir, Remielle?
What about you, Remielle? What's the real you like?
The real me? Isn't she standing right in front of you already?
Knew it. I figured you'd say that.
Oh my, then we really are in sync. But let's save the gossip for later, shall we? Don't forget why we came here.
Yes. The central district of Roswik is just ahead. The device we are looking for should be there.
Okay, let's keep moving.
Let us pass through this tunnel first.
Gutes Schild.
Roswik should be just ahead.
Aha. Eine geheime Kiste. Eine kleine Kiste mir platziert. Ja, man auf andere Sachen von hinten starrt.
So this is Roswik.
Roswik?
What a spectacle.
Da ist eine Kiste. Ich hab sie gesehen.
Roswik. I never imagined this place would end up like this.
Huh? You've been here before?
Yes. Back when there was still only one Sunbringer, over 100 years ago. That enormous building in the distance is called Meridian Hall. It was once a research facility personally overseen by Sunbringer. And the main focus of that research was to work with Joyous and the others to verify whether the Rosetta Data computational model was viable. But as for how this place ended up in the Hollow, that I don't know. Of course, the Research Institute back then didn't look like this. At the very least, it wasn't so twisted.
Rein, was passiert ist. Das ist bestimmt noch, oder?
It should be fine.
Ja.
Many of the facilities inside Meridian Hall were made of porcelain, so they should be pretty ether resistant. As for the spatial structure, we'll have to rely on the back door that Sunbringer left behind.
The two?
You'll see when we get there.
Hey, Miss Bell, did you ride along the tracks like this last time as well? Oh.
Sorry, Sigrid.
What is that glowing over there?
Well, now, I never expected it would still be right where I left it.
Ah, diese Crabs. Sigrids Sperrung. Ja, das lernen wir eh nochmal alles von.
Looks like the nearby ethereals spotted us. They are starting to gather.
Call me anytime you need my help.
There is no need. This is barely even a warm-up. Stride for stride. Hold the line. Shatter. Even the force. Break through their ranks. With one stroke. Victory. Dealt with, for now.
Oh nein,
Let us go see what that glowing object is.
das ist ein Tetris-Stein. Wieso? Wieso muss ich Tetris spielen?
This object bears a strong resemblance to certain devices within the CCD.
Yes, both are Sunbringer's creations after all. I'm surprised this key hasn't been affected by the spatial distortions. It remains intact. Guess we're pretty lucky.
Demi, was ist das?
It's the key to Meridian Hall, the back door that Sunbringer left.
This is a key, you say? But where is the door?
For that, I'm afraid you'll have to ask Sunbringer herself. Aside from Meridian Hall, most of the buildings here were residences and other facilities prepared for the researchers who worked here. In other words, even if they were swallowed by the Hollow, it wouldn't matter. There was nothing important inside them to begin with. But Meridian Hall is different. The prototype used to verify Rosetta data is stored inside. Sunbringer, she always believed these instruments might still serve a purpose someday. So she designed a dedicated emergency restoration system for the entirety of Meridian Hall. That's the once activated, it will rapidly restore the space both inside and outside to the default state recorded when the device was configured, allowing people to enter and leave.
Was wollten wir da noch?
Hold your horses there, my impatient friend. Let me finish first. There's actually two parts to this key, and we need both to enter. Back then, Sunbringer gave each of us Void Hunters a copy of the key, just in case the unexpected happened. But, you know me. I thought it was quite troublesome, so, well, I simply hid both pieces of the key she gave me somewhere nearby. I mean, people hide spare keys under doormats or in flower pots all the time, right?
Bist also selbstverantwortlich dafür, die andere Hälfte ist also auch hier?
At least it worked out, right? If I had taken it with me back then, we'd be at a loss now. As for the other part of the key, if memory serves, I hid it somewhere rather high up, I think.
Es geht zu Waage.
It was over 100 years ago. Surely it's natural for me to have forgotten.
Doch sind ja einfach irgendwo hingerufen, oder?
You sure are sharp. But careful there, Detective Bell. Or someone may just turn you into a static background asset with all RGB values set to 255.
You two, let us cut the chatter. Since this part is still here, it stands to reason that the nearby spatial structure has not changed too drastically. Let us check the high ground nearby first. perhaps we will find other clues.
Okay, but before that, let's put this part of the key into the device.
Part 1 aktiviert. Mecha Transformation mit 1 abgeschlossen. Oh nein, der Rubik Cube.
Only half the key was inserted, so only about that much of it was restored.
This way. It seems there is a path leading higher up.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
My speed colors the sky!
Here's the time you still have to feel regret.
There you go.
A day.
Over here. Wield the blade with me. Right down. What was that sound? Enemies?
That's Sunbringer.
Wie können wir umgehen?
Sunbringer? But how?
It's not so unusual.
Jetzt machen wir.
Hollows are full of echoes of the past.
A voice with nobody there. That's not exactly normal, is it?
Let's take a look around here.
There it is. The other half of the key is over there. I should be able to unlock this path if I hack the robot.
Take it in robot.
I did not realize you were capable of such things.
That's no big deal. I've even handled things on the island that... anyway, it's not that hard.
Okay, das darf nicht machen. Alles weggelasert.
Done. Let's keep going.
Okay. Oh. Ding, press all done. Oh, okay.
Looks like we'll have to go around.
I seem to remember a very beautiful spot up ahead.
Daten, genau. Aha. Perfekt.
watch out for a surprise attack.
Let's hack the drone and open the path.
Komm wieder. Ja. Oh. Nicht gedrückt halten, ich vergesse das jedes Mal.
Good. We're almost there.
That voice.
That's Joyous. He's likely been dead for a very long time.
Warum hat sich Joyous ein bisschen wie Weiß angehört? Nur ein bisschen. Minimal. Oh. Genau, falsch gelaufen.
Speed things up.
Oh nein, mehr Rätsel.
The ethereals in this area are gathering again.
So. Ja, natürlich packt die Grafik doppelt ab. Aber warum? Wieso? Ja. Ich glaube, ich kann das Video noch beenden.
Is it just me? Or do the ethereals seem interested in the Meridian Hall key too?
Oh oh. Ja, dann weiß ich gut.
Perhaps that's just because it sparkles.
Also wir können mich noch mal sehen, das ist schon mal positiv. Wir beenden mal hier das Video. Wir machen beim nächsten Mal weiter. Ich wünsche euch einen schönen Abend. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Man hört noch kämpfen, also ich werde anscheinend getötet. Aber ich sehe halt nichts. Also bringt nichts. Also bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao. Ich lebe fast bei 12 Stunden. Das ist ja gut.